here in our friend's garden. We're gonna take a look around at what he's got planted and ask him a few questions. So let's get started, shall we? You see here he's got his tomatoes planted. Now, did you plant these? You planted these with plants or seeds?
Plants.
What did you use to turn over the soil?
We covered it with manure, and then the neighbor came in with the field cutter and worked that in. And then I have a set of cultivators from the back of my
What kind of common problems do you have? Insects or other pests that might get into your stuff?
I don't know what's eating my plants right now. They got into my tomatoes last year in the same spot, so I think something is living in them all. They ate my tomatoes that were on the bottom. And I killed that pepper plant over there. They ate all those big. This is a beefsteak here. They ate those big. Weeds are a constant problem.
Right. What do you do to get rid of the weeds?
I don't spray it with anything. I just cultivate it. Okay. I made my cultivators, so I didn't have to spray.
And is that why your plants are far?
Right. That's why
far
I
out?
have plenty of room. Yeah, I have plenty of room, so I just put them on far apart. So this is how wide my cultivators are right here on the back of my garden. Copper fungicide last year, and I'm trying something different this year. It's a fungicide that you can buy. Don't have to have a license for it. This is what it does. And it affects tomatoes too.
Are you going to let your cucumbers vine up this, or are you just going to... You got them tied there a little bit.
Yeah, the wind beats them up here. I'm going to make a...
I've tried that. I've tried to let them climb up something when I had my other gardens. And it seemed to me like the fruits got so big that they kind of like pull down on the vine a lot.
Well, what I usually do is old ladders put together, and then I tie ropes across them. Weave ropes across so that they don't have very much.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it gives them more stability then.
Yes, yes. And I only grow the purpless that are long and skinny.
Okay, yeah.
So they get huge anyway, but I've never had any trouble with them hurting the plants by hanging. And it makes it so much easier to pick.
Oh yeah, it's better than how I have them now. They go around, well, they're not doing very well at our place, but I have to like kind of search through the leaves to find them.
I'm getting too old to bend over. So that's why my onions are so weedy.
Yeah.
And I had a problem tell you my green beans, they didn't come up, so I have a terrible time. This garden got so much clay in it, it packs so tight after a rain, and I have trouble with beans to come up.
Ours came up and then the leaves started to come off of them and stuff, and I wasn't sure if it was the rabbits that did it. They seem to be doing better since we got the chicken wire up around, but...
You have spots on them like this. Now that's getting
they came up and then they all, like the whole leaf went like that.
Yeah.
And then when I touched it, it just fell off. Is that funky stuff that you're talking about over there,
the
or?
stuff I use on those cucumbers and tomatoes don't mention green beans.
Right.
There's so many funguses and diseases. This is jade bush beans here. The first time I've ever tried them. A guy at work, Alan, said they liked them real well. We usually use Great Lakes bush beans, but I planted these this year because he liked them.
Yeah, we tried a white half runner this year.
That what?
White half runner.
Oh,
This is all your corn?
this is the late planting here.
Do you use your tractor to spread the seeds?
I've got a
Yeah.
one-row planter I put on behind it. My cultivators have made them so that I've got a section in the middle I can take out, and I can take the cultivator right down this row.
Oh, that's nice.
This over here got too big. Lawn garden tractor down, so I had to kill a couple rows here.
Right. Yeah, I can see, you can see the difference now.
Yeah.
And I just put nitrogen on this Wednesday or Thursday night. So it'll really take off now that it's got the nitrogen on it.
Now the nitrogen provides nutrients for it, correct?
Makes it green and grow.
You said you had raised beds too?
Yeah, back at the house, got a raised bed.
Okay.
Oh, that's wrong. Apparently it doesn't like it over there.
I've been putting manure on it every year, and then I put lime on it, and then I put a 12-12-12 on it.
Okay.
But I got to get more humus and more fertilizer, more manure on it.
How do you spread that? You spread it when the plants are up like this too? Do you use that in the cultivator?
No, he'll come in. The neighbor up here will put cow manure on it for me, and the next one up will put liquid manure on it for me from the dairy farm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You don't have to bend over to weed, you don't have to bend over to pick.
That's what you want your lettuce to do.
Oh, boy. That was really good.
Yeah.
Now, did you have this soil shipped in from somewhere, or did you take it from somewhere off of your farm?
There's a layer of manure underneath, and then there's back in the back soil off the farm, and then every year I add a couple of bags of garden soil to my hardware store.
Okay.
This is the best raised bed I've ever seen. What's that on the far side there on the end?
That's another cucumber. It's in a pot.
Oh.
Give me more room.
That's where you want yours.
Yeah.
There's pepper. That is
And
really
if I can
good.
keep them healthy, they'll cover the whole top of that.
Wow.
I got the new ropes up to cover the whole top of that. but it don't affect anything underneath that. They don't keep that much sun on them.
Right.
Have any questions or anything?
Now, is there any reason besides not having to bend over that you decided to have the raised bed here? Is there...
Well, I could control the soil. Like that soil up there's got so much clay in it. I went back there and got the best black loam soil that we had on the farm
Okay.
to put in there. And you can control the water. It's here right next to the well. I can water it in just a matter of minutes. Up there I have to bring the garden hose from the house corral. Then I started this. This is the first year I made those things for my lettuce because I just wanted more room in there. I'm gonna eventually have stuff all around the edges of radishes, lettuce, just hanging like that.
Our lettuce hasn't done too good this year. We had the leaf like you have here last year, and it did pretty well. This year we tried to plant the heads from seeds, and they've not come up.
What kind did you plant?
I don't know offhand. It said it was an organic. I think it was Burpee was the brand of the seeds, but they, I've planted them before in other gardens, and I've got, they've come up. They've not been,
This is white-seeded
but...
Simpson, and I usually plant oak leaf, but the oak leaf gets bitter, so I'm planted white-seeded Simpson here.
Yeah.
And like here, you can control the moisture, and when you first sprinkle the seeds in there, I can cover it up so it doesn't dry out during the day, and you can control the moisture better, just than you can up in the garden up there.
Right.
And I got tired of the no taste out of the genetically modified tomatoes, so I went with that's an heirloom Cherokee down there, and this is an heirloom Rutgers here, and then that one right there is just it's a cherry tomato. I like cherry tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Super sweet 100. Peppers, they're not doing good at all.
No, I had trouble with we had trouble with our peppers last year. I think we only ended up growing one pepper total. I don't know what happened.
But the boys sprayed it with Epsom salts.
Epsom salt.
They say Epsom salts is the best thing for peppers.
Hmm.
Now, what does that do? Does it keep insects off of it? Does it help it grow?
Fertilizer.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. That's what they say, so I don't know.
Right.
Mine ain't doing real good.
Is that something you use every year, or is that a new thing you're trying this year?
I tried it last year, but I had a fairly decent pepper crop last year. Decent, but not real good. But you spray Epsom, you mix a spoonful of Epsom salts with 4 quarts of water, and then spray it on the leaves once every 10 days, 2 weeks. Foliar fertilizer.
Everything you grow, do you guys can it, or how do you preserve it, or do you just eat it all fresh?
We just eat it fresh. And if I got the next extraordinary amount of cucumbers, I take them to work. Give them to anybody who wants them to work. Last year I took a bunch of cherry tomatoes, because I had a real good crop of cherry tomatoes last year. And I took them to work.
Is that all off of one plant, or did you have more than one?
Last year I had 6 cherry tomato plants. And up there and back here, and all cherry tomato plants will just take over a garden. You have to trim them back, you have to prune them, you have to, they'll get 6 foot tall.
Is there something else you're going to say?
That's about it.
No, that's about all the questions. You answered all the questions I had wrote down.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
There we go.
You
And this
don't
is,
have to worry about frost, because it's warm in there during the day. You know how it is in the spring, the least amount of sun warms up everything.
Oh yeah, and this plastic will amplify it.
Yeah. It's like a greenhouse.
Okay, so here we are, back in our own garden. I want to show you a little bit. We let some of these go. These are the radishes here. And we're going to show you, you see the white flowers here. This actually is the radish. And what it's done is, it's done what's called going to seed. Now what these will do is they'll produce the seeds like that we planted early on, and then you can harvest the seeds from these. I think these are the seeds here, and then you can use those to plant more. I'll show you. It's the plant. Pull one up here and I'll show you that it's a, well, this one's not going to be very big. That one's not very big. Let me get the bigger one over here. I'll show you what. Here it is. See, there's the part where it's gone to seed, and there's your fruit. Now, something else that we have our cucumbers are coming up. Here we got this one here from a friend, and here's one that's finally coming up. It's been a little hot and dry, so everything's kind of needing a drink of water. Here's our green beans here, getting pretty tall. Now this is a weed, but you want to be careful when you're weeding. If you come across these, you don't want to grab it with your bare hands because it has spiny things on it and they hurt. Here, as you can see, since we've been keeping the rabbits out, our cabbage is coming along. Looks like we might have a little bit of an insect problem. As you can see, we're getting grass and stuff through here, so we're going to have to try to take care of that a little bit. A little bit don't matter, but if it starts to get where it's going to take over the plants, then you're going to have to take care of it. I'm not sure why these didn't produce bigger fruits and just started to go to seed. There's a couple other little ones. Now what you'll want to do when after you harvest them, you'll want to break this off. Break the tops off and break the bottom roots off, and then the round part is what you eat. I've never personally ate the leaves, so I'm not sure. What I did in my other garden, in my other farm, was I took some leaves from like the green bean plants when they were done harvesting especially, and I fed them to my chickens. So it's a way of recycling it. And you could also take them and put them in your compost pile, which is another way of recycling it. These are our beets. They're not very big either. It's about what the beet will look like. They should be bigger around than that. That's a pretty decent sized one. Look at that. make sure that you got plenty of space for them. Otherwise, you see, I didn't quite get enough space for these ones, and you see how they turned out just little like that. It's because they were growing too closely together. That was a pretty decent size. Now these also have little jaggers on them. They hurt a little bit. I mean, you can definitely feel it when you're pulling them. And here's our harvest. All that's left to do, so we'll just cut the tops and that of them off and cut the roots off, and then I think you can soak them in a little bit of water and in your refrigerator, and it'll keep them for a little bit. I don't know, and just enjoy them. Okay, that's all for this show. Be sure to join us next week. See ya. Bye.